James Thurber, His Writings and Drawings. This is a Library of America book. And because I was a member at the time, mine comes with this cool slipcover. Most of their books, if they don't come in a slipcover, just come with a dust jacket. So I'll just chuck that aside. Anyway, all Library of America books, well, at least in their Library of America series, they come with a cloth binding, acid-free paper, a ribbon, and they're Smith sewn. So they're sewn all the way through. So you can lie them flat. I don't like to lie my books like this. I don't like to have them like this, but you can have them like this without cracking the spine. All right. So another thing about Library of America books, two other things. One is the dimensions are always the same, this way. Not the thickness, but this way. They've struck upon dimensions that are really, really nice to hold. This one is a bit too thick to be super nice to hold. I think I've just knocked the camera, but anyway. It's a little bit thick, but the second thing is that they all have relatively thin paper because they really make comprehensive editions. So look, let's see here. Talking about just over 1,000 pages in this book. So most books that have over 1,000 pages are a lot harder to carry around than this one. So it's not exactly pocket size, but it's pretty good for what it is. So James Thurber, if you don't know, was or even if you do know, a sort of a humorist, a humor writer. He also did cartoons. I think he had a lot of cartoons in the New Yorker, and sort of single pane kind of cartoons. And he also illustrated his own work. So let's just have a look. Did I mention they're all on acid-free paper? We'll have a look at the table of contents. Basically, when they go and they collect the works of a person, they usually do a really good job. It's, they get the stuff that you want. And so his most famous works are going to be here. He's got a lot of little short stories. He's got an autobiography, My Life in Hard Times, which I know it's in here because I read it, so I'll just look for it. Well, let's have a look at the table of contents. So we have a number of short stories from collection of short stories, and then we also have complete works. And throughout are his drawings, which are all very simple. And they might not make much sense if you're not in the middle of reading the book. But some of them are standalone. And you can sort of, they have captions, and you can understand right away what he's getting at. He has a very quirky sense of humor. And we have some letters. Now, I haven't read all of this. I read, as I said, My Life in Hard Times, his autobiography. And like the rest of his work, it is, it's funny. It's supposed to be funny. And it's not exactly, I don't think it can be taken as pure fact, I think there's a little bit of a humorist's note in there, but it is pretty funny stuff. Very short as well. His life, My Life in Hard Times. Anyway, we have all kinds of stuff throughout. There are lots and lots of illustrations. They're all similar kinds of illustrations. One night while doing the dishes, And then they have some of his collected cartoons. Some of these probably showed up in the New Yorker. So we'll leave it there. That's James Thurber. Maybe you already know James Thurber. If you don't know James Thurber, you should check out some of his writings. It's sort of clever and funny, and yeah, and amusing, light stuff mostly. I don't know. I haven't read all his works, and so I don't know. Maybe he's got some really deep stuff in there. Mostly, it seems really light. Okay, so this is a Library of America edition of Thurber. Writings and drawings.